My name's Angela Ferreira. Most of my work is really dealing with the relationship between Africa and the Western world, in the complex colonial history, the post-colonial, the post-independence and the post-colonial history, and now a much more decolonial approach. And my preoccupations are much about the complex history of the relationships between the two continents.
ساعدتها في ان احنا نصمم الاداء الصوتي او الاداء الموسيقي اللي احب اسميها صنوان، صنوان باللغه العربيه هو الشيء المتشابه والمتقابل، اللي هي برضو مستوحاه من ممارسات التصفيق عندنا سواء في الشرقيه او حتى مثلا في الحجاز في الغربيه، فهي تصدر صوت يشبه التصفيق الايادي يعني، اللي راح يستخدموها اطفال يسووا اداءات وحركات وممارسات صوتيه تفعل وتتفاعل مع عمل أنجلا. هي فنانة ذات خبرة الصراحة، وتشتغل مع الأطفال وتشتغل في الممارسات الأدائية من زمان، من خلال ذا المشروع اللي هو زبزاب اللي هو من 2000، فهي 24 سنة تشتغل على الأداءات والسيرك والأشياء دي اللي أنا مهتم فيها، اللي هي الأداء المسرحي، الحالة اللي فيها شخصيات وأصوات فيها حالة من برضو الجوي، يعني السعادة نوعا ما.
I choreographed the performance لزبزاب Circus. Working مع أنجلا ومحمد, we started to put pieces together like a month ago. بدينا rehearsals officially 2 weeks ago. We had 5 rehearsals في الستوديو عندي. They were amazing. We had 1 on-site rehearsal and we're here today.
It started with my getting to know very well a little circus school for children in Cape Town. It was an NGO in the year 2000 which had an incredible mission of bringing street children out of the street, teaching them circus skills and thereby giving them opportunity to work, to earn some money and to be delivered out of being street children. And they had a lot of, like most NGOs, a lot of financial difficulties, and in their efforts to build a building, a school building, they harnessed the pro bono work of a Mozambican architect called Pancho Guedes. And Pancho Guedes designed a school for them, which they then used as a way to try and harness funds to build the school. And they failed to do that. And I was very touched by the story. I thought, I'd like to build a portion of this building. And so I knew that I needed to make it in 1-to-1 scale. So I started talking to Pancho Guedes, whom I knew from being a child in Mozambique. Together with him, we worked out a plan of how could you take an architectural plan and build a symbolic structure that was fairly closely representative of a building. So it becomes the dream of a building come true in the form of an artwork. I see the sculpture, which is these 3 objects, 3 structure components, as a stable sculptural production and an autonomous object which can be read without the performance. Of course, the performance have the ability to communicate with in real time. I'm very conscious of the fact that new societies think about themselves and they think of how to renew themselves, and how to think history in a contemporary way as well, And I guess as an artist, that's very much my intentionality, that I'm looking at things that happen in the society and how you can take a simple story like this and talk about politics and talk about children and talk about poverty and talk about lack of achieving, and to do that in a very calm and sculptural and using children not in an exploitative way, to let them be who they are in the context that they're in. The project has been added on as we go along, like for example here we used Saudi tent material. So we went to the tent market and chose the traditional Saudi tent material, and these are all built with Saudi tent material.
والله أنا كنت بصيح شوي، لأن يعني الصغار ما شاء الله عليهم رائعين، وبس تعطيهم فرصة يبدعوا ويفوقوا توقعاتك جدا جدا جدا. كل ذا يعني تعاون ما بين ثلاثتنا، أنا أنجلا فريرا ونوف سلامة، ومبسوط ان انا جزء من يعني الصراحه. والشكر طبعا يروح للبنان الدرعيه انهم دعمونا في ذا الشيء، لكن الشكر في الأول والأخير للأطفال الصغار على ثقتهم. أتمنى أن شاء الله هذه الفعاليات الأدائية المسرحية تكثر عندنا، نحن نمثل قصصنا ونعبر عنها بأجسادنا، بأدواتنا، بالأشياء اللي هي منا وفينا يعني، وننطلق بها من هنا إلى العالم كله يعني، ونصير جزء من تراكم العالم الثقافي والحضاري.